Welcome back to Homeschooling Through High School. Today, I have a treat for you. I am in the great state of Alaska. Look at how beautiful and green it is back there. And there's snow. And so I want to share with you a few homeschooling tips for going to a homeschool convention. And the first tip that I have is be prepared. Now, sometimes when you go to these conventions and they're in these huge convention halls, it is freezing. It doesn't matter how hot it is outside. And so, just like right now, I need to put a jacket on because it's a little chilly here, although it has been in the upper 70s in Alaska, if you can believe that. Gorgeous, let me tell you. Some other tips that I have for you. This one somebody told me a few years ago, and it just worked. You print the schedule. So here I have a 4-page schedule of the Great Homeschool Convention that's being held in California. That's actually the one that I'm going to attend. And, oh, mosquito. And what you do is you go through on one day and you highlight. You highlight everything that is of interest to you. And then you put it away. You sleep on it and you ponder over it a bit. You think about it. And then you come back maybe day 2 or day 3 and you go through it again after you've read the descriptions, that sort of thing. And then you narrow it down to the ones that really grasp your interest and will work for you. If not, with a homeschool convention this size, or any size for that matter, it's a bit overwhelming. And so this way you just, kind of sleep on it a little bit and then hopefully make a better decision on which one is really going to be worth your time. They all are, but maybe some will be catered to you a little bit more. Next, you pack a lot of snacks, protein, water, whatever you need. I found myself one year going to the convention and telling myself, okay, after workshop number 3, I'm gonna get to go to lunch, sit down, relax. It didn't happen. And I was hungry because the workshop I wanted to go to after lunch was the most important to me, and I didn't pack enough food to eat because I went into the convention hall where the exhibitors are, started chatting a bunch, got a bunch of curriculum, ran out of time to eat, you know what I'm saying? So make sure to kind of overpack so that maybe in between your walk, you can grab a piece of chicken or protein bar or whatever suits you, veggies and that sort of thing, and then you can kind of eat if you get stuck and you just don't get to sit down for a while and have lunch. Another note along that same line is, if you do get a moment, and you should take this, step outside of that convention hall just for a moment to get a bit of fresh air, just to relax, because a lot of times the conventions, you're just kind of crammed in, it's cold, and you're just going, and lots of great information, but you could use just a little breather. So just take 5 minutes, go outside, get a breath of fresh air, and then come back in and start again. Another tip for you is to set a budget. So let's say it's $50. Set that budget for your curriculum, then add like another 10 or 20 just for fun stuff. There's so many cool things there. So many. I came back from a convention before COVID with tons of homeschooling shirts for my kids. The coolest things ever. I'm gonna have to show you some photos of that. And they were like $3 a piece. It was outstanding. And they had mouse pads and stickers and koozies and cups and all sorts of stuff. And I just kind of went over budget. Yeah. So I've learned that if you say, okay, I'm going to spend $100 on curriculum, let's say, and then I'm just going to have this amount for fun money, it kind of keeps you inside of your budget and you don't overspend. A few more notes here. I thought someone was crazy when they said this to me. Bring a carry-on suitcase. Yeah, just do it. You'll thank me later, I promise you. It's just easier to pull around. It just is. And you get so many free things. And then, of course, the curriculum is heavy. You can put your packed snacks in there, you know what I mean? You can put your jacket or your light sweater that you might need in there. It just makes sense. You are not gonna look silly with it. I thought it was silly at first, but trust me on this. It'll save your back and you just pull it along, especially in an exhibit hall where there are hundreds of vendors. Just do it. You'll appreciate that. And then, let's see, just a couple more here. Find a friend. Find a friend either to go with you, or when you're there, be a friend to somebody. Because I went by myself before and felt, a little lonely and stuff. But then I was like, hey, I can turn this around. I can probably find somebody who's there by themselves too, and we can kind of team up together and at least say hi, through the hallways. Hey, what workshop are you attending? That type of thing. And it just makes for a more pleasant experience. And I can promise you that more than likely you'll probably bump into that same person again, even if it's at such a great big convention like the Great Homeschool Convention that is in some of the big states. I know they have 2 more coming up this summer, so maybe I'll see you there. And one last tip that you might want to think about as well is some of the workshops that you'll be attending. They have workshop notes on the website that you register for. So some of the speakers, they put their notes on the website, so you might want to print that out ahead of time so that you have it with you, as well as obviously bringing a notepad with a pencil or pen, whichever one you prefer. And that's all. So I will be attending 2 homeschool conventions this year, and I will be coming back and letting you know all about it. And until then, enjoy the view.
Video.
Thanks for stopping by Homeschool High School.
Like and subscribe for more awesome content.
Going through high school!